I'm a digital artist and I have an Etsy shop that sells homeware and accessories that celebrate queerness. My name is Ocean, and hi. In the past week, I've done an experiment where I spent £50 on Instagram ads and $50 on Etsy ads just to see what happened, and I thought I would share the results with you. I have had my Etsy store for about 3 years, and I've had my Instagram account for about 3 or 4. Last year I had a website and my Etsy. I predominantly used my website and tried to get people to shop on there because of the fees that Etsy was charging. But then I got a job in April and I decided just to move over to Etsy because I felt that that would streamline the process a bit more, but also I would get more orders on Etsy than I would on my website. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the advertising side of things and what happened and whether or not it was worth it. For some reason I could only do dollars on Etsy, but I could do pounds on Instagram, which was fine. I think on Etsy it was like, how much do you want to spend a day, and then it just continued every day until you stopped it. On Instagram it was more like, what budget did you want for the set amount of time, which was 5 days. So that's how that worked out. On Etsy I had all of my listings set to promote. That was, I think I've got about 60 listings now. I think you can pick which listings you want to promote, which maybe would have been a better idea for me, but I just chose to promote everything. I got 10,000 views, which worked out at 0.5 pence per view. I got 222 clicks, which works out apparently as 22 pence per click. And I got one order, which is $50 per order, and the order was £15. So looking at those statistics, it doesn't really feel worth it. Aside from that, a video that I posted went viral on TikTok, and through that I got 83 orders outside of ads. So I had one order from ads and then 83 not from ads over 5 days. I also looked at how shoppers found my Etsy over that period of time. So through direct links like my link tree in my bio on Instagram, that was 73%. Etsy's organic search and this SEO and all that kind of stuff worked out to be 25%, and then the ads was 1.8%. Okay, so Instagram. On Instagram you have to choose a specific post to promote. So £50 of my advertising, which was the entire budget, went on one post, which was a post about my keyrings that say the future is queer, and I have a little caption about why I am explicitly queer instead of just calling myself an artist. I got 10,500 views, which works out as 0.4 pence. 254 profile views, so people saw the advert and then clicked onto my profile, which was the goal of this advert. So that worked out as 20 pence per view. Then I got 49 profile follows, which is about £1 a follow. I also got 30 external link taps, which I'm assuming is people going to my bio to go to my Etsy, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. Because I don't have my products linked to my Instagram, there's been some issue because I've changed from my website to my Etsy and I can't figure out how to get it to work. So it's just not connected. I couldn't see if there were direct orders from the ad, but I did look at the specific listing of the keyring and found out that I had 8 orders. So I'm not sure if that's from the ad, but I looked at the previous 7 days as well and I had 1 order of that keyring. So considering all the information, I kind of want to assume that I did get at least some orders of the keyring from the ad. 1 order on Etsy from the ads feels quite low, especially because it's a marketplace and people are on Etsy to buy things. So if they're seeing something and clicking on it, you would assume that they're there to buy it. having any order from Instagram from the advert feels like a win, because Instagram isn't a marketplace, so it feels like an additional step. Someone must really want the thing to go onto your profile and go onto another link to go onto your Etsy to buy it. Instagram feels more versatile because I feel like if people click on my profile and follow me, then they're following me as a entire thing. It's potential loyal customers who are interested in me as a person and a business, rather than seeing a listing on Etsy and not knowing anything about who's behind that and just being directed to an Etsy page. Also, the Instagram ad means that I can promote any links in my bio, so if I do go off Etsy and just go on my website, then that won't make a difference to my ads really, whereas on Etsy it's just Etsy, you don't really go anywhere from that. It feels like advertising on Instagram is more beneficial long term because you're creating a relationship with people rather than just showing them a product, if that makes sense. Instagram has a limit in a way because you're promoting just one post, whereas on Etsy I could promote all of my listings. I guess I could lower my budget and then promote more listings, but I don't know how beneficial that would be. So that would be my only downside for Instagram. I kind of wish that it like promoted everything on my page. Also, Instagram can be really tricky with censoring stuff, so I know I wouldn't be able to promote anything, any art of mine that had nudity in it, or like my new temporary tattoos that have like some reclaimed slurs on them. So I feel like I have to tread a bit more carefully with Instagram adverts, but I do feel like it pays off more. So I think Instagram is more suited for my goals. So I would probably from now on put aside some money into a pot on my banking app and then have that specifically for advertising purposes. So maybe I'll put aside like 5 or 10% each month for advertising, but I don't know. I do feel quite disappointed that I only got one order from the Etsy ads, and I'm really happy that I got almost 50 new followers from the Instagram ads. And if those 8 orders did come from Instagram as well, then that feels really worth it, but I wish I could prove that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.